back with another trader cap. Unfortunately, we're down $200 across 500, so about $1,000 today. Gonna go over the trade real quick, kind of make this short and simple. Bias was super clear going into today. Let's just start on the daily time frame. Cool. So actually, let's start on the weekly. So going into today, right? I am still bullish on the higher time frame, and I will continue to be bullish until we start disrespecting weekly fair value gaps. But it's so hard to just time a top in this market. So the best thing to do is just remain bullish. So yeah, going into the week, right? Nice dump last week. From there, every reversal really comes from a sweep of sell side, right? And looking at this weekly, you can see we never really swept sell side. So it's hard for you to continue framing a bullish bias when we have yet to sweep sell side. So kind of didn't do much yesterday. Pretty much took the day off. Didn't really see much. I was expecting us to eventually come back up and take this daily fair value gap on either asset and then flush lower. So that's pretty much what we did. You can see we ended up Jesus. You see we ended up tapping both daily fair value gaps. So that's how I lost today. Gonna show you guys what I was looking at. So just starting off, let's just start in the 4 hour. So ES or NQ is already respecting this 4 hour, right? We had a nice sweep this high, right? Nice 4 hour CRT, which is the reason why this push, and could have waited for it. But yeah, the only thing sketch about me or about my short this morning was that we had these relative equal highs. We had this 1 hour fair value gap. This also is the previous day high and daily fair value gap. So I was a little sketched out about that. My trade pretty much was just kind of just a 930 Judas swing, right? 930 Judas swing. We already had the SMT at previous day high, and then yeah, pretty much just entered like a 2 minute fair value gap. You see, it pretty much got stopped out. The only reason why I could really validate why this didn't work is first off, one of the rules that I've kind of seen with the unicorn model is the worst thing you could do is try to time the top. I call it in my eyes top ticking, right? You can see we're obviously pushing up. I guess we did have a small breaker here, but you're really trying to time this big the top on ES when we have these relative equal highs. I don't think it was a terrible loss. I think the best way I probably would have traded it was probably have taken it, lost, and then found some sort of re-entry and then be up on the day. It's super hard for me to kind of go against this. Yeah, regardless, the next trade idea I was looking at, right, I've obviously getting stopped out. I'm still super bearish on the day, so I'm expecting this to come lower. I was looking at this breaker right here. The only thing I don't like about this breaker is how we started stalling here, because a good breaker with a good unicorn model is right wing we pretty much displaced through this high, leaving unfilled fair value gaps that get tapped. So let's just go down to the 4 minute, right? No fair value gap. 3 minute, no fair value gap. You guys see what I'm saying? 2 minute, no fair value gap. 1 minute. See, the 1 minute we get, yeah, I guess we inversed it, which is super weird. But you can see that we're not flushing down. We really shouldn't stall here. So if you do trade CISD order blocks, this is a good entry. I just don't like it. So after we get this dump, I am still bearish. We had London lows, but the good thing about the unicorn model too is if you use the framework right, you're able to capture good moves. And today, pretty much swept out London low, tapped the 4-hour bullish fair value gap, but higher time frame always rules. So you would expect this 4-hour and 1-hour fair value gap to get inversed, right? So you're still short until at least Asia low. So from here, you see you form, you know, these breakers on ES, right? These are your down close. Yeah, so NQ, obviously you're not getting a fucking entry. The only valid entry on NQ is just the 5-minute fair value gap. But the only thing bad about this, for my model at least, is like you're running the risk that price comes back up here, taps the unicorn, and pushes lower. So this only works if we're like super bearish, which you were today. So obviously it worked out. Pretty much what I was looking at is like this year unicorn. I eventually had limits set in this 15-minute, and we never really got tapped, so it's all good. But yeah, this is just one of the days where like this happens to me like sometimes, not pretty often, but like ideally, like you shouldn't hope the 15-minute gets tapped. Like you pretty much take whatever from a gap taps first, you know, like yeah, this is like a perfect example. We tap the 5-minute. Ideally, this is where you enter. The RR on this is pretty good. You could either have it up here, right? You're just pretty much just expecting price not to come up here. 15-minute. I mean, like a very good stop is up here. It's kind of wide, but you know, protects you. But I mean, if you're pretty much targeting Asia low, like there's like a 1.6 to. I mean, yeah, this is like 2.81. So that ideally I should have entered there and pretty much talked about it in my Discord. I like should have FOMO'd in. Not really FOMO'd in, but like knowing that it's my strategy and should have entered. I was like, might go short soon on ES. That's literally right when he tapped it. I don't think I was like prepared at all. It's like this is the 5-minute unicorn. It was dumping. I'm like, fuck. But it is what it is. Should have taken it. Gonna short this 15-minute. Yeah, never got the entry. So yeah, you know, bias is super clear. I feel like the more I you know, trade this market, the more I, you know, study it and you know, show up every day, the better my bias gets. So today is just one of the days where, you know, bias is super clear. It's just, you know, an unfortunate L for me, and ideally I should have entered again. But obviously I can't go back in time and change anything. You could just learn from it, move on, and yeah. But I'm telling you guys, like, this model is fucking goated. Like, breakers, we could either short here. I mean, like, the moves it captures, bro, is like just insane. Like, let's say you entered on the closure of this. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And then here, you guys are able to see what happens. Like, it's super good. Super good model. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for today. I'll do a little like recap of like what I'm looking at during the week. The only thing I don't like right now is you can see on ES and NQ, we pretty much took out the previous day low and previous day high. So now we've created like a huge fucking range. Like this is a massive fucking range. Like massive. It's a 1,600 point range. So I think we're still like bullish in the higher time frame. Like this monthly fair value gap, like cool. We don't have to tap it. I think it'd be cool if we did, but nonetheless, like we still have to be bullish in the higher time frame. So yeah, so if I'm bullish in this case scenario, pretty much what I'm looking at. For me, what I do is mark out this range, and for CRT wise, since we're bullish on the higher time frame, you ideally would want to sweep to this low, some sort of SMT, and then a push back up here. So we're pretty much just gonna chop in this daily range. The odds of me taking a trade are slim to none. I'll tell you that. Slim to none until we take out this low, probably fill, you know, this, what is this, new day opening gap. Yeah. You also got to keep in mind, it's just, I don't know, because like, I always look at like where like a valid SMT spot is. Like we have this weekly, but it's kind of a stretch. I think like some case scenarios we could get, because we have low resistance liquidity. It's so hard to be like super bearish here, but yeah, just like some sort of sweep of this low, probably an SMT to push us higher. But regardless, we'll see what happens. I can't fucking predict the market. I'm a reactor. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So that's pretty much what I have for today. Hope you guys were able to bang out today, or at least some this week. So past 2 trading days, everything's right. It's just execution and stop loss placement. So yeah. See you guys in the next video, whenever that is, and peace.